Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a real special video for you. If you're looking to get that fat, pillowy, fullness type of 70s kick sound, then this video is for you. So make sure you've got your notepad and maybe a pen handy so that you can write down a couple of these techniques that I'm going to talk about and specific EQ settings. I know how y'all like those, because a couple of these things that I'm going to talk about might surprise you. All right, let's get into it. So first, let's just take a listen to what our kick drum sound sounds like. So that sounds pretty good to me already. If this was a pretty well recorded kick drum, and I just want to preface everything by saying that if you are going to be recording a lot of click, to get a fat, pillowy 70s style kick drum, it's probably not going to be the best recording method, so I want to stick to just maybe something that's going to be able to capture the whole kick drum. And that's what we've got here. This was also a home recording, so anybody can do this. So the first thing that I want to do is grab an EQ. Now, I particularly like the APIs for this because they've got all of our EQ points here basically given to us. You know, when these things were first designed, some real audio engineers with the lab coats that studied a lot of that physics and really basically gave us the best sounding frequencies already. So that's the first thing that I'm going to grab. Now, one of the first things that's going to be a little bit surprising to you is that I'm not going to be selecting 40 hertz or even 50 hertz to boost on the low end. I'm going to go with 100. And I'm going to go ahead and set that to 2. I'm also going to keep that on the more of a shelf boost with this option selected here. But to control it a little bit, I'm going to select 180 and I'm going to cut 2 dBs of that. Now for this kind of mid-range, I'm going to go ahead and select 3K, but I'm going to leave it at 0 for now. Next thing I'm going to do, something else that you might find a little bit surprising, but the way that we're going to be able to get that pillowy sound, you can almost hear it from when you make this the word pillow. P, your p. That air that comes out, we don't really want that in vocals, but I like that for this type of kick sound. So I'm going to select 10K here, and I'm going to go ahead and boost that up 4 dBs. Now, one thing that I'm going to do different here is that I'm not going to have that as a high shelf. I'm going to be able to kind of tuck that sound in and control it by selecting this bell option that we're going to have instead of raising up everything after 10K. Just going to try to raise that 10K area that's been designed, you know, however of those frequencies on the frequency spectrum that's just a little bit around 10K instead of everything above it. Let's take a listen before and after what we've just done. So it's really enhancing the energy level of it. We're getting that nice pillowy sound at the top, but I think that we can do a little better. So I am going to go and select that 3K area and boost that. That's what I want. And I really want that pillowy kind of smack. I've got a pillow right here. You know, it just kind of has that air around it. The air that comes off of that hit is what I also want to capture. I want to enhance that sound because, believe it or not, when we're trying to find these sounds that we hear and enjoy, and we're trying to emulate them in our own recordings and our own productions, the way that that 70s kick sounds is really preparing it to be able to connect with the bass guitar. If you listen to some of those records, go back and you'll be able to hear how the bass and the kick work together. We've just made room for those to kind of connect and be that one sound. It's really kind of what made up a lot of those records. I mean, right off the top of my head, I think Creedence Clearwater Revival when it comes to that. Now, some things that you may be thinking about a little bit more heavier, like Led Zeppelin, that's a little bit of a different sound. The drums were really kind of defined by that kick and a lot of room sound. But for the majority of those 70s kind of rock or more soulful areas, you really want to be able to prepare the kick drum to work with the bass guitar. And this is how you do it. You want to be able to boost not so low, because 100 hertz, that's an area that sounds good with the bass. And so I'm not really making competing frequencies. I'm enhancing some of those areas that tend to get left out a little bit. If I was to boost this at 40 and 80, then I might start to create some competing frequencies and sound a little bit muddy with the bass. And so keep this in mind. Go ahead, don't be afraid to boost 10K, 3K on your kick drum, especially the 10K, because that's going to enhance the airiness, the pillowness, the sound from the hit that's pushing away from the drum. That's what we want to enhance to be able to connect with our bass guitar and give us that full, pillowy, fat 70s style kick sound. All right, y'all, I hope you found something helpful, something useful out of this video. Try it yourself. Let me know if this is something that you're already doing. Also, to all of you, thank you so much. We are well on our way to 10,000 subscribers. And because we're so close, I went ahead and opened up my Sonic Philosophy membership. It's over on patreon.com. This is going to be an area for all of you who are requesting to have a membership style material content instead of having to just purchase any of the templates or courses. They're in a couple of the different tiers, so you can get what you need out of it. If you want to get out of it, that's perfectly okay too. Of course, I will hope that you will stick around because a lot of really nice premium content is going to be there. If you don't feel like joining a membership, don't worry. There will always be these free videos on my YouTube channel. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being a part of the community. And thank you to all those who have already joined Sonic Philosophy. Again, if you want to find any of those templates, any of my courses, all the links to everything that I use is down in the description box. All right, y'all. I'll talk to you real soon. Stay creative.